What's up, niggas? How's it been? Man, it's been a long time since I've gotten into contact with you guys. It's been a while. First, before I start, I just want to give a shout out to all my teachers, my mentors, those who have been there for me, those who have helped me out. Thank you, appreciate it. You know who you are. Uh, Without you, it would have been a difficult journey. But yeah, man, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, I wanted to just basically come back on and start spitting that knowledge of what I've experienced and the revelations that I've had during my journey. So giving a shout out to the man of madness himself, the Joker. Yeah, I want to talk about uh, seeing uh, um, tragedy as something that's not taking tragedy too serious. Being a little bit light on yourself. You got to think about what the Joker represents. The Joker represents the most insane portion of Batman, but he also represents that portion of Bruce Wayne that Bruce Wayne has tried to hide. You get what I'm saying? So with him being the Dark Knight, he represents that portion of him that you know, wants to commit the crimes, that wants to do all those things. He represents the shadow self, right? But from the flip side, he also represents, chaos. He also represents the gateway into acceptance of tragedy, of acceptance of just those things that we try to hide, that we are afraid to bring to the surface, that we're afraid to express within ourselves, that we just come to truth with. You know what I'm saying? The Joker is the Joker. He's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows he's fucked up, but they accept him as the Joker. You get what I'm saying? He runs Arkham Asylum. You know what I'm saying? He knows the thing about the Joker is that he knows that he's immersed in insanity. Right? We know Gotham um, represents the psyche. It represents the darker side of the self. But instead of trying to hide behind a mask to kind of shun away from that, like Bruce Wayne is doing behind the mask of Batman, the Joker is as the Joker is. Yeah, he has his face painted white and everything else. We know what that represents. That's a gateway energy. But he represents the acceptance of the fucked up situations that goes on in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And he's not afraid to go in and just be himself. If he has these fucked up, twisted emotions, he's not gonna bite his tongue, and he's not gonna hold himself back from expressing that. So he does what the Joker does. You know what I'm saying? And that's a portion of the psyche that needs to be accepted. And I had to go through that process of accepting it myself, and it was hard. You know what I'm saying? When you try to see things that are fucked up around you, and you're like, man, that's not me manifesting that shit. It can't be, but it is. It's you taking responsibility, even in the most fucked up situations, to say, you know what, I took part in that. I'm responsible for it because it is my mind that makes things real. And it's easy to accept the most positive things, to want to be the hero, right? To want to be Batman, not Bruce Wayne, to want to be Batman and to be all justice and right, but to accept the chaos that goes on in your life, the darker sides, the shadow bits, and all those hidden portions of yourself that manifest in front of your fucking face, like right there. It's hard to sit there and be like, damn, that situation is because I've attracted it to me. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like full Joker blown out. But he teaches the lessons of you know accepting that chaotic side, accepting that darker side of yourself, and not being afraid to show it. Obviously, niggas aren't gonna go to the extreme of like doing some of the shit that Joker has done. I mean, he's a fucked up character, but the point being is that in order to truly become who you're meant to become, you have to accept both sides. You have to accept both sides. You can't just accept, the portion of you that want to be the millionaire, that want to be a nigga that is, saving humanity, saving babies, and all that other stuff. That's fine if that's what you want to do. But you have to understand that there's a darker portion of that as well too. The portion that says, "Yo, fuck humanity," fuck the babies, fuck the old ladies crossing the street and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of you as well too. So you can't just sit there and try to hide behind a mask like Bruce Wayne and say, "Oh well, I'm this upstanding citizen," because I'm telling you, man, the time that we're in now, people see that shit, and people know if you're full of shit or if you're telling the truth. So it's best to just be you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this energy is. This energy is you being you. You know what I'm saying? Like Joker, like I said, he's a trickster. You know what I'm saying? So he can go either way. He's worked with Batman to fucking solve cases. Sometimes he's come up against Batman like, "Yo, you trying to stop me? Let's go." But at the end of the day, the Joker is the Joker. You know what I'm saying? He accepts who he is, and he expresses that. He's not afraid to express that. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to do what he do for money. The Joker doesn't do what he does for money. He does what he does because he's the fucking Joker. And he knows he's the fucking Joker. And even the Joker has his boo. He has Harley Quinn, who accepts the Joker for who he is, which means it brings it to another thing. If you're gonna be with somebody, especially in this day and age and in this time, find somebody who's gonna accept you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? Harley Quinn, she was always Harley Quinn. You know what I'm saying? She may have appeared to be the human that she was, but deep down inside, that was her goddess form. She's the goddess Harley Quinn. Period. You know what I'm saying? The Joker has always been a Joker. Batman has always been Batman. So whatever was inside of them, they had to go through a push. They had to go through a transformation to become that. So the point being is like, accept you for who you are. If you're this person that loves, you know, uh, 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 whatever, you know what I'm saying, just accept it. If you love, spinning in circles outside of your fucking porch naked, you know what I'm saying. Not saying do that shit, but I'm just saying accept that. You know what I'm saying. If you like, wearing fucking, pouring fucking alcohol in your hair, you know what I'm saying, your face because it feels good, do that shit. What I'm saying is, whatever is in you, accept it, both dark and light. So this is basically a video about acceptance. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to just accept things that we deny. So let the Joker be a lesson for you today. You know what I'm saying? And obviously you can break down the code of the Joker yourself, but I would say if anything, go off and just use the Joker as a teacher, as a gateway to understand that darker side of you, to understand what fucked up things that are in you, to understand your shadow. Because if you don't try to take the time out to understand your shadow will manifest, and when it does, it may not be in the most pleasant of forms, and it may not be in the most pleasant of ways, and you may not appreciate it. Whereas if you take the time out to show to work with it, you know what I'm saying, dig in deep, do a lot of meditation, read books about shadow work. Carl Jung is great. When he talks about the shadow self, there's a few different videos, not just on Carl Jung. The reason why Carl Jung is because Carl Jung was an occultist. Straight up, he dealt with the darker side of the psyche. So basically, you're dealing with psyche energy. You know what I'm saying? Not psychic, but psyche energy. Psychic is the ability to utilize your psyche in the form of practical expression, right? So moving shit around with your mind and all that shit, that's fine and dandy. That's the superhero abilities that everybody's wanting to unlock. But to get there, you have to understand who you are in order to access that. A good movie to watch is Hancock, right? Watch Hancock again. Hancock is great because Hancock represents obviously the horror story, right? The ego and all that other stuff. But Hancock was always Hancock. When he got with his girl, his ex-wife, right? And she explained to him, she said, "We were born like this. We were built like this. That's you. You were born like that. You were built like that because that's the destiny and the path that you had decided to to express and to manifest to help you understand your path, your journey, and your purpose, right?" So when Hancock put on the suit, which was funny looking, that was a whack ass suit, dude. I gotta admit, that shit was whack as fuck. Come on, lime green and black. Ugh, and those shades. Anyways, before I go off on the tangent, but the point being is that Hancock was always Hancock. You know what I'm saying? His wife was always his wife, and she had to express to him to help him remember. Because remember, you've forgotten. As soon as you came into humanity, you forgot who and what you were. So using gateways like the Joker, or you know what I'm saying, the Joker, or using gateways like Hancock can help you understand that you were always that way. It was just the fact of the matter that you had to go through your transformation to get there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a form of self love, acceptance. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you don't have to when you do your shadow work, right? Because this is all about shadow work, dealing with the psyche. You don't have to start expressing everything else that would cause you to feel even more guilt, pain, stress, and the negative things that are coming up. Those things are meant to be observed and released. That's why you're doing the shadow work. That's why you're working with these type of energies. So that it doesn't mean you going out and do all the same shit that Joker did, which is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You watch the movie, some of the shit he did was fucked up, but that's in you. That's why when I worked with the Necronomicon deities, they helped me to understand the fucked up shit in my mind. They helped me understand and unravel all the dark shit that I had in me because I was going through a time where I didn't understand myself, and it's a lifelong journey, and I accept that. But thanks to Cthulhu, that energy in me that is Cthulhu, which is the gateway, helped me understand those many different aspects that helped me to understand my shadow, the portions of me that were hidden. You know what I'm saying? And to work with those energies, to become those energies, to integrate your shadow is the next step. You have to integrate your shadow. So I would say to a lot of niggas out there that are really doing this work, integrate your shadow. Yes, you are gonna become sick. You know what I'm saying? You are gonna go through a healing phase. That's a part of it. Don't be afraid of it. Death is a part of it. All of it. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is that you're going through the healing portion. You get what I'm saying? You have to learn to heal in order to become who and what you want to be. Well, not even who and what you want to be. Let me retract that. Who and what you are meant to be. You know what I'm saying? If you end up being this nigga, you end up being that nigga. So what? But you know what? Embrace that nigga 100%. If you end up becoming Harley Quinn, you become Harley Quinn. That was who you in the. That's who you were in the same process. So don't just accept the Batman legacy. Don't just accept the Hancock after he becomes the hero legacy. Accept the fact that Hancock was homeless. This nigga was fucking drinking, 3 or 4 bottles of Jim Beam on the fucking bench. He was grabbing bitches' asses. He was throwing kids up in the air. He was doing all that shit, which was his shadow self because he didn't know. He was confused. He was upset. He had forgotten who he was. So in order to become the true Hancock, in order to become the true Horus, in order to become the true Batman, not even Bruce Wayne, Batman, you have to accept the Joker. You have to accept the fact that you were Hancock on the fucking bench, homeless, drinking fucking 3 things of fucking Jim Beam a day. Yeah, he was immortal. He's immortal. Yeah, he's a god and he knows he's a god. He was a superhero, but he's still the fact that you still have to go through the human experience is what this is all about, and that's your shadow self. Your shadow self is your human experience. So you gotta accept all that negative shit. So the thing is, to go through these lessons, accept them for who you are, and love yourself for it, man. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? This is my energy right here. You know what I'm saying? The many different aspects to the Joker. Many different aspects to horrors or to fucking Cthulhu, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But find the many different pathways that represent you and that are good for you, that represent you, that help you heal, because this is a healing process, man. It's fine and dandy having all those abilities, having all that's cool shit, but this is a healing process. And if you want to heal, you got to go into your shadow. You got to go into the psyche. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Freud. You know what I'm saying? So deal with those abilities or deal with those aspects to unlock the true abilities, because once you deal with your psyche, you heal and you release. Once you release, then you can get to the core of what you are. And then that's when your talents appear. Your talents don't appear on top of shit. So you can't put shit on top of shit and then expect to be a fucking superhero. Not gonna happen. In order for you to really have pure talents coming from a pure of heart perspective, you gotta deal with your shit. You have to. If you don't, I'm telling you, man, no matter what you do, you'll still be stuck in the same cycle. Still be stuck in the same cycle. And then you'll sit there wondering, still confused and lost. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, deal with these images, man. Deal with these symbols. Deal with them. Find the symbol that's for you. You know what I'm saying? Find your gateway. And, it's good to be back on here. It's good to start sharing my experiences once again. I love you guys. Um, Hopefully you guys can heal from this. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.